There's no way I should be cooking for 5 hours for some man that is fully capable of doing it himself. What are you going to do, just stand here? I think you should come in here and help me.
I appreciate the fact that you're the strong woman, but think about making some food, okay? Unless you pay some bills around here, you can't come in and tell the Jackster what to do.
Y'all never baked a cake?
No, but I watch shows on it.
Well, watching a show and doing it's two different things. Yeah.
I've never ever baked a cake.
Baking is really bonding for a family. I mean, you can't have a phone in your hand and be baking at the same time. And plus, you get to eat cake.
Here we go.
And this, just break them up.
This looks so satisfying.
Surprisingly, even Jason comes downstairs to join the family.
I couldn't believe that my dad was just sitting there without his phone or anything. He was just watching us, supervising us. He was having a good time with us.
The pace of the home is actually, it's a little different right now. Like I say, it's a little slower pace. It's cool to just kind of settle down and do.
There's no...
Hey, shalom, shalom. All praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishop, the Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. Coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. And what we have here is a clip. It's from some show like a wife swap show, you know, where I guess the wife is, basically swapped in two different homes. In this case, you have the black woman, which appears to be one of the tribes. She could possibly be the Latin tribe, but she looked like she kind of could be mixed something. You know, she got that blonde hair, so you know how our women are with that blonde hair. And then you have the white woman that got swapped where Jake is at, you know, and then you see what she's about. She got the Louis Vuitton chain on. You know, most of our women, the majority, I'll say 99.9% of our women are gone. They're lost. They're finished. But this is just another example of, you know, our people, the woman, and we're mainly focused on the woman. This is what the lesson's about. Being completely out of order. Okay. Now, the title of this clip, it was just Modern Woman versus Traditional Housewife. This will be your modern woman. And most of you jigs, you're with a modern woman. I mean, really all of us. I mean, you got certain sisters that are coming out of that spirit through the preaching of the word, through faith. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, give me a second. Just drinking some cayenne pepper tea for circulation. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. You know, coming back to our heritage. You're gonna have certain women that are gonna come back, and you know they're gonna fight through the demons that they're dealing with, and you know try to serve their husband, which are every Israelite woman should have a husband. Okay, you know, unless she's like a widow or something like that. Okay, but I found this clip very interesting. How you have two different women. Okay, the black woman and the white woman. All right, and I think I'm gonna name this one, You're Better Off with the White Woman. Okay, you are better off with the white woman. Just don't marry him, which you shouldn't be marrying none of these women. Okay, again, you are better off with the white woman, and we'll tap into a little comments too, but we'll play the clip again. But you see, the strong, independent black woman, she had a problem with cooking. Okay, she had a problem with cooking. She wanted the so-called white man to help with the cooking. Okay, and she shouldn't be in the kitchen cooking for a man that has just just as much ability to cook as she does. Which is this again? This world is totally turned upside down. I want to get a precept. Of course, if I can find that precept. Yep, Psalms 82. Psalms 82. and 5. It says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. Yeah, everything is out of course. Everything is upside down. Everything is backwards. Where the woman, she's trying to assert herself as the masculine individual in the relationship, and she bosses the man around. And the man, he's in a submissive spirit. It's like a real weird spirit, because he'll pay for all the bills, but then he's submissive to the woman. And the woman just has free liberty to do whatever the hell that she wants. But again, we're going to play this clip again, because you can see how at the end, the Jake man, he was like, man, the house is at a, like a slower pace. And it's like, you could tell he's like, damn, this is a different household, where the white woman, she's enjoying being a housewife, a traditional wife. She's enjoying baking. How many of you women know how to bake? Very, very few. I'm not talking about out of a fucking box. You can follow the instructions on a cake box. No, can you bake from scratch? How many of you women know how to bake bread from scratch? Make a yeast starter from the flour. How many of you know how to do that? I can do that. It's a very good skill to have. I'm not the best, but I can do it. I can make a sourdough starter and make a sourdough. Okay. How many of you women know how to make unleavened bread? How many of you women know herbal remedies? Okay. How many of you women know how to make medicinal oils? So you can see, which I'm not getting on you sisters that don't know how to do those things. I'm just showing you how this world is completely backwards. But you know how to get on TikTok. You know how to upload videos. You know how to shake your ass. You know how to talk shit. You know how to have attitude. You know how to belittle a man. You know all those things. You know how to get a substance out of a man. You know how to play. You know how to play a man. I want to watch this video again, because and I'm gonna stop it. But you could just see the attitude on this, and I don't even want to, the spirit inside is getting roused up. All right, so I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna try to keep it PC as best as possible.
No way I should be cooking for 5 hours for some man that is fully capable of doing it himself.
You see that? She hates the man. Okay, she hates Jake. Ultimately, she hates Jake. That's what was brought up. This is what we're dealing with. These are the lot of women that we are dealing with. Women that hate their men. They're with the man. They need the man, but they hate the man. The man is in a low position. But that's all the scriptures, and we're gonna get that scripture, Jeremiah 31. Okay.
Self. What are you gonna do? Just stand here? I think you should come in here and help me.
I appreciate the fact that you're the strong woman, but think about making some food, okay?
You see that? Esau like, hey, look, I know all that strong woman shit you talking about. All right, but get to making that food. All right, the white woman ain't coming in that spirit. Now you maybe you have a few white women that come in that spirit, and maybe they the black one, maybe they're the black woman. And so-called white skin, they're Israelite foreigners that are in that spirit. Now Esau is having problems with his woman too, but for the most part, the white woman, the other nations, they are more in their role than you westernized Israelite women. They go for the Latin tribe too, but the black woman, she's the worst woman. Stay away from the black woman. You're better off with the white woman. All right, just don't marry him. Okay, you seen them fine little white women? Get with them women. All right, stay. You see this? Stay away from that. But Jake gonna do what Jake gonna do.
Unless you pay some bills around here, you can't come in and tell the jackster what to do.
See that? You can't come in and tell the jackster what to do if you ain't paying no bill. Now the thing is, in a lot of situations, she's contributing to the bills too. So she talking cash money shit. We might get that scripture. It's either Sirach 25 or 26. A woman that maintaineth her husband. All right, but now you see the spirit that the black woman was in, and she was on camera, so she kept it PC. Let's see what the white woman, with the spirit that she came in.
Y'all never baked a cake?
No, but I watch shows on it.
Well, watching a show and doing it's two different things. Yeah.
I've never ever baked a cake.
Baking is really bonding for a family. I mean, you can't have a phone in your hand and be baking at the same time. And plus, you get to eat cake.
Here we go.
And this, just break them up.
This looks so satisfying.
Surprisingly, even Jason.
But he coming in like, what the hell is going on? It's quiet. Everybody's having fun. You know? Which these niggas, they love hell. To hell with these niggas, man. All right? A wicked woman is given to the portion of a wicked man. Let me get that. Yep. Sirach 26 and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that fear the Lord. Now, so there's going to be certain godly women out there that's going to be doing the best that they can. Not saying they perfect. All right, but they're going to try to be in that lot. They're going to try with their might to, and that's really the only focus that the woman should have, is to be in a righteous, trying to a virtuous, a position for her husband, which everything in this world is telling you not to. Just like the black woman said, why I gotta cook for 5 hours? Okay. But it says, but a godly woman is given to him that feared the Lord. So there's going to be certain godly women out there, all right, that's going to be, the scriptures talk about the elect lady. But for 99.9% of these women, forget about them. Most High going to take them out. And this is the mindset that they have. And who has given them this mindset? Esau, Edom. He has allowed them to be in this so-called position of power. But you can see that it really felt really upon our people, because that's where the main focus was to destroy and break up the house. Just think, if you come home and you had your wife and your children, everything was in order. Your woman was happy to see you. She give you massages, and she's baking you cookies, and got the children. She's teaching your daughter good skills of how to sweep and how to mop and how to wash dishes and how to take care of the house. Not how to twerk. And playing sexy red. Okay, she's actually cooking shit from scratch. Okay, we gonna get all that in the kingdom. All right, we catching hell right now, and a part of that hell was the Most High taking our women, and you just see the current state that our women are in. This is why, hey, you're better off getting the white woman. Just don't marry him. You better off getting get you an Asian woman, a Thai woman. Okay. Get you a Japanese woman, a Korean woman. Okay? Get you an Indian woman. They're going to be more in the spirit of taking care, of you than the black woman is. But you can't see, we're in a time you can't get into these women. You can only, you got a woman, you give her a little bit of time, that's about all you can give her. If you deep in love, all around your woman, you ain't in the spirit. Okay? The woman's head, the woman's mind is centered around comfort and snares and nets. So just watch the Jake come in, and then just watch his comments. Listen to his comments afterwards.
Jason comes downstairs to join the family.
I couldn't believe that my dad was just sitting there.
See, and she's at the age, she's 12, 13. She's at the age where in ancient Israel she would be married off. Maybe she's 11. She looked like maybe 12 years old, 13 years old, something like that. She would be being prepared to be married off to another Israelite man. Okay? And she would already know these skills of baking. All right? Know these skills of cooking particular dishes. Know the skill of sewing. Okay? And crocheting. And doing, cleaning and doing all the things that are necessary to upkeep the house, to make sure that the house is in order. All right. But these young girls now, what are they being taught? Well, their teacher is the internet. And you already know what type of madness is on the internet. And she actually is like more, what it seems, she's like more mild-mannered. I don't know, maybe the cameras, I don't know. But you can see that she actually really enjoyed the baking, because that's like the spirit the spirit of a woman, okay, it really enjoys these things. But in this society, all the foundations of earth are upside down.
That's fault or anything. He was just watching us, supervising us. He was having a good time with us.
The pace of the home is actually, it's a little different right
See,
now.
look at him. And he got like he got a feminine spirit on him too. All right, he got like a real feminine spirit on him. You know, this is the spirit telling me. The pace of the home, you could tell his woman run over him.
Now, like I say, it's a little slower pace. It's cool to just kind of settle down.
Look at it. It's just cool to kind of just settle down. Yeah, because you're in a highly toxic relationship, a highly toxic situation. Okay, why? Because you're dealing with a black woman. All right, and you don't have power in your household. You buck up, she gonna kick your ass out. You gonna be paying child support. Okay, and tell me I'm lying. Okay, yeah, I want to read the comments.
There's no way.
Right? It says that man was experiencing peace. See? He was like, "Oh shit, like damn, like what you know, like she not mad if she ain't got an attitude all the goddamn time. She's not upset about something all the goddamn time. She's not combative all the goddamn time. She doesn't want all these things, you know, she doesn't want this big ass necklace. She doesn't, you missed her birthday and you didn't have Valentine's Day and his attitude and turn the TV off and, that toxic, you all know. I ain't got to explain it. But we've all dealt with these monsters. Certain brothers are, dealing with those monsters. And if you're dealing with a black woman, don't come to me. Don't come to me voicing the hell that you're going through. Okay, because you should already know better. Now, if you're going to deal with a woman, regardless whether she's black, because you got certain sisters, Southern Kingdom. So we get on the Southern Kingdom. But you got certain Southern Kingdom sisters that are cool. And if she's cool, she's cool. It don't apply to it. This does not apply. Be spiritual. All right, if she's cool, she cool. She ain't giving you no problem. This don't apply. But a lot does apply. All right, and this is just highlighting the hypocrisy in the black community, the toxicity in the so-called black community. And why, if you are a man or of understanding, you want peace. This is why you have Jake. There's a large culture of Jake going to other countries to find love. Really, they just want peace. Because that's really what a man wants. It's really not hard to please a man. But see, these women, they're such in the spirit of pleasing themselves. That's what society has told them that they need to be catered to. All right, in the kingdom, that's going to be all flipped around. And we're going to get a glimpse of that in Isaiah 4:1. All right, because, these women, they're going to get the epiphany that they actually need a man and a man of the Lord. That's the only way out. That's coming real soon. In certain cases, it's already starting to manifest itself. The second comment. Black dude just got an epiphany, LOL. He realized what peace looks like. Yeah, you with these hyenas, or whether she does look better than the so-called white woman. Let me get you a precept. She, if you want to go look, she not a bad looking woman. All right, desire not a woman. For how does it go? For like looks or for the beauty. Yeah, stumble not. 25. What did it say? 25. 21. Yep. Sirach 25 and 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. Which the woman is supposed to be pleasure. You want to be attracted to your woman. Not saying that you go out and you get a super ugly woman, but Jake gets gets, deceived by a big booty and a smile. By them curves. This is why these women are just so demonic. They're like demonic creatures. They're sex objects. A man, his desire is to get with a woman, and not just one woman, many women. Okay, that's the man's, that is built inside the man, to want to be with many women, and make that woman his wife. Okay, and rule over that woman. It's the spirit of the Most High put in the earth, in man. And a woman, she's a creature to be ruled over, and that's bad to say. Well, we're going according to the scriptures, and regardless of how you feel about it or not, everything's going to be turned right side up. Okay, and the Most High is going to do that through judgment, divine judgment at that, because everything is out of order right now. Everything is turned upside down. All the foundation of the earth are out of course. The earth is not running in. It's not optimal. The earth is dying. People's mental health is finished. This is why there's so much judgment on the earth, because righteous judgment is not going forth. You have wicked rulers in the earth, and you have individuals that are allowed to run rampant. These women, once you allow a society, all right, once you allow the women of a society to have power over the man, it's that population is cooked. It's finished. All right, look how many children are murdered every year by the so-called black woman, by the tribes, when they go down to the abortion clinic, Planned Parenthood, all right, and they abort their babies. They give those babies up to Molech. Okay, they don't know what they're doing. They believe that it's their body, their choice. Okay. I'm gonna read this other comment. Both guys are angry. The white guy is angry. He wants his wife back. Yeah, this bitch talking about man. See, them goddamn cameras are there, man. This bitch talking about, you gonna cook. You should be cooking. I ain't gonna cook for no man. You need to come over in this kitchen. You need, man. let me stop. Both guys are angry. The white guy is angry. I'll be by myself. Shit, I'll cook my own meal before, I let a woman disrespect me in that way. I'll walk away, and that's the spirit you gotta be in. Don't let no woman rule over you. Are you serious? But that's what's going on in the so-called black community. All these Jakes, these old Jakes, these Jakes that's out, these celebrity Jakes, they all pussy begging. Okay, that's a weak spirit. And then they get snatched for millions. They bitch leave them and snatch them for millions. It's the same story over and over again. They never fucking learn. Both guys are angry. The white guy is angry. He wants his wife back, and the black dude doesn't want to give the new wife back. See, he don't want the white woman to leave because it's peaceful in when the white woman is around. He get a cake. Okay, he gonna get some cookies. She ain't gonna have a problem giving up the box. Well, this show is wicked because you ain't supposed to be, it's wicked, because you ain't supposed to have another woman in your household like that, So that's some wife swapping type shit, which is wicked. Nevertheless, it's highlighting the differences between so-called black, so-called wife, and the white wife, so-called white wife. How it's way more peaceful in the Edomite. He's more of a man than Jake. Jake is a demoralized creature. Okay, he's effeminized. He does not have power in his household. Okay, and even when Esau was like, "Hey, get the cooking," she respected that because she looks at Esau like a god. Okay, why would you say that? Well, look at her hair. Why is it blonde? She if she could, she would want to be a white woman. Okay, and get all the perks of being a white woman. All right, it says, it brought tears to my eyes seeing the children experiencing normal peace, and the father wasn't trying to escape his roommate. Okay, yeah, the wife, It's pretty much a roommate. Let me just play this part right here, man. There is no way. You think Jake has a say so in this household with this hyena, this lion? Okay?
Way I should be cooking for 5 hours for some man that is fully capable of doing it himself. What are you gonna do, just stand here? I think you should come in here and help me.
I appreciate the fact that you're the strong woman, but think about making some food, okay? Unless you pay some bills around here, you can't come in and tell the Jackster what to do.
Y'all never baked a cake?
No.
These black women are demons. Stay away from the black woman. You're better off with the white woman. You gonna have a full belly. All right, she gonna take care of you. You know how you need to be taken care of. You know what I mean? She ain't gonna have an issue with it. Now, if you get you a white woman that hang out with black women, you stupid. Get you one of them country white women, and get you a white woman that don't have no black friends. Okay? This let me oh boy. You just kind of get upset, but you kind of don't. It's really funny, but it's prophetic. So you can't get super mad because this is what the Lord said. This is what the Lord said would happen. Okay? Jeremiah 31:22. This is because of our disobedience. All right, and this also is a sign to who the Israelites are, because no other demographic of people, no other ethnicity does this fall upon. All right, other than the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American. The other tribes too. Don't get it twisted. The Latin tribes, the Native tribe, they're catching hell too with their woman. Yet it's the black woman gets the Judite, especially the Judite woman here in America. I should say the African American woman here in America, and them West Indian women too. They ain't too far behind the so-called black woman here in America. They ain't too far behind. I'm gonna say that. All the Southern Kingdom, as well as them Latin tribes, okay? But it's a special demon on the American black woman. It's a special type of demon. All right, and it's your best. It's in your best interest, even though they might look good. And a brother might catch something where it's a cool little chick. Hey, I ain't gonna say nothing. You do your thing. I'm not judging you. That's none of my business. She cool. She cool. But it's in your best interest to stay away from her. Okay, you don't want to take those chances. Those are not good chances. The man, maybe this one right here, the big booty and all that. Jake never learned. Okay, Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? And if a woman, she ain't trying to cook for you, what is she? Why is she here? But you got certain Jakes that put up for that. I've seen it with my own eyes. Growing up, I've seen it. Okay? We've experienced it. All right? You are like Paul said, I wish you were like me. Paul didn't have a woman. Okay? So you got certain brothers really don't need a woman right now. Okay? Their focus should be on doing the work of Yahweh Shemashah. And the Lord want to throw a woman your way, he'll throw a woman your way. All right, you got Jake out there. I'm talking about brothers in the truth. Their whole mind is centered around getting women, getting pussy. That's after they do the video, after they go to the camp, their whole mind is getting on the phone and seeing how much pussy they can get. You're not in the spirit, okay? These women got all type of goddamn diseases. All right, and you constantly popping all these goddamn women. How is that even? How could you be in the spirit? You need to get you a woman to actually do some womanly things. This bitch can't even cook a meal. She can't bring nothing to the table. So you just desiring her for pleasure, and that's a wicked spirit to be in. And that has been the downfall of many men. All right, whining women. Okay, so it's really your best interest to stay away from these women, all right? And you're better off getting with the white woman. Okay, I'm going to say it in. You are better off getting with the white woman. Just don't marry her. And this is a prime example. And hey, I've been with the white woman. She's a different. I'm not really into her like that, I would say. But you find you the right one. You find you the right one. She gonna take care of you. I'll say it like that. She's a lot more pleasant than the black woman. These average black women out here, man. You could just this is what when you see me, just keep it moving. All right, you gotta be a special sister. Let me stop. Where was I? Yep. Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O backsliding daughter? For the Lord has created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. See that? A woman shall compass a man. And this is the society that we're in. Now, there was another video that I wanted to play. I didn't play it. I just seen it on my thread. But I don't know where it's at. Let me see something. Give me a second. I believe it was on Antoine Daniels' page. I just saw it in passing when I was, kind of just on my phone. I thought, oh, this might be give me these women ain't right, man. These Latin women too, man. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find this. There was something about these women, man. All right. And bear with me. Give me a second. And he's like a he ain't saying nothing new. Anti-Daniel, and he came against the truth. The Most High gonna take his ass out. But I don't know. I don't remember where the video was at. It's not that big of a deal. Let me go to what I was saying. He's like a red pill guy. All right. This is Sirach 25:16. It says, I rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. And you got a lot of men that's in the midst of a wicked woman. That's worse than a lion and a dragon. And these are two fierce animals that with one swipe, one bite, they could put your ass to death. That's how it is, being in the house with a wicked woman. A wicked woman. Let me go down here because it talks about a woman that will not comfort her husband. But let me read verse 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. Yeah, she taking. You got a lot of these Ray-Rays and Pookie, these niggas that live off women. They ain't working. And the woman, she's a complete demon to him. But you know what? If the man is working, she's a complete demon. So what does that mean? The woman is a goddamn demon. Okay? Now, again, if the sister is doing good, she cool. It don't apply. All right? It applies to who it applies to. If you get offended about that, then, there's actually millions and millions of other videos that you can watch. You don't have to spend your time on this video. You really don't. Okay? A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Yeah, because the woman is supposed to be a pillar of rest. She holds a very important part in the way the Most High made this earth. He made man and woman. The woman to be the helpmate unto the man. It's a package. It's a package deal. This doesn't diminish the importance of the woman. But in this society, the woman don't even know her role. And the role that is outlined in the scripture, she bucks up against that. Okay? She fights against that role. All right, but the Lord, he's going to turn everything right side up. Of the woman came, verse 24, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Yeah, because who was first? Paul spoke about that. Who was first deceived? It was Eve. But in this society, Eve, you bring up something to a woman, what is the first thing she's going to do? She's going to deflect. She's not going to hold accountability for shit. Okay, she's going to turn it back on you. She could be clearly in the wrong. It's just in her spirit to do it. Okay? Now, why is all this happening? All right, why does our community, so-called black community, Hispanic, Native American, why do they always have a problem with their women? You don't hear the Asian man and the Indian man as a whole. I mean, there is some horror stories. Okay, you got a lot of Westernism that in Asia, amongst the East, where that Babylonian wine has seeped into, a lot of their women, and they're acting like these Western women, okay, and doing the same things. But for the most part, this does not fall upon, okay, these other nations. It falls upon you Jakes. Now, if you got a situation where it's an Edomite that's going through this, he could be a Jake that has because these curses are going to follow you whether you go to Mexico, whether you go to Thailand, whether you look like a dark-skinned black man or you look like a white man, but you are an Israelite in the spirit. The curse is going to follow you. You got these Israelite foreigner Jakes that they be married for 20 years and a woman fucking divorce their ass and take everything, or they get caught cheating. She on the internet wanting to get with a young man, a young Jake. So they catching hell too. All right, and this is why you got so much of these red pill guys saying, man, to hell with these hoes. Just get what you can get and get out. All right, because these women it's nothing but a revolving door anyway. I mean, your average woman got 40, 50 bodies on her, and then she want to be treated like a princess. She wants you to go and marry her ass. And you know what? You got some of you dumb niggas that be doing it too. Okay, but I'm just gonna get the curse because again, this is in the scriptures. This tells us why it's like this. All right. We're not astonished like we once were. We didn't have the answers. And even though we give the answers out of the scriptures, not out of our own mind, if it was out of our own mind, people will believe it. But since it comes out of the scriptures, the people buck up against it. John, the 3rd chapter, men love darkness rather than light. Okay. So let me find this. All right. This is Deuteronomy 28. All right, in 56 it says, the tender and delicate woman among you. These women are rough now, man. What is that? Isaiah the 3rd chapter, beauty, burning instead of beauty, a rent instead of a girdle, or a girdle. I forget exactly how it goes. Okay, I mean they just toe up, man. They got a stench. They got a scab. They can't grow hair. Okay. And the ones that can, they're complete bugged out of their goddamn minds. So we definitely are due for a righteous reset. And the Most High is going to take out a lot of women, man. We're going to see a lot of women perish in the very near future. Okay, a lot of women going to get took. They're going to be ravaged by many men. All right, unto going to the spiritual world. Okay, kidnapped, tortured, all type of crazy shit. The ex gonna come after him. The tender and delicate woman among you, she once was tender and delicate, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground. for delicateness and tenderness. Yeah, when you get one of them, you don't find that often where it'd be like, man, she like, it's mainly like maybe you at a restaurant and be like a heathen woman, an Elamite woman or a Cushite woman serving you or something like that. And she shamefaced it, and she's attractive because of her womanness. You go to these restaurants where the black woman's all big and what you want? Nah, we don't do it like that. You be like, God damn, I just asked for a cup of water. I just asked for a slice of lemon. Now we ain't got no lemon. We don't do that. Again, you are better off getting with the white woman or any other nation. Okay? If you out there, if you got a so-called black woman, she's cool. All right, cool. They don't apply. But buyers beware. This is your options. All right. A woman that is not, she does not look at you as the prize. She does not look at you as her Lord, as her. And we in these curses, so we all jacked up too as the man. But shit, see, our main focus is pleasing Yahweh Shai. As long as we do that, we good. Okay. Her eyes shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom. See? So the curses, since we fell off from doing the will of the Lord, the Most High turned the woman against us and put an evil heart in the woman, all right, to have an evil eye towards us, the man. So she gonna look at this bum nigga. You ain't got no money, nigga. You broke nigga, right? You hear that all the time, right? And towards her son and towards her daughter. Yeah. So it's not only the man, but also the daughter. She'll call the daughter a bitch. The son, you look like your daddy. You stupid nigga. Like I'm being blunt, but I mean that's literally what be going. I'm actually PC compared to what actually the activity within the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American community. That shit way worse. Okay, she beating her daughter. She mad at her daughter young, and she old, and nobody want her ass. She's used goods. All right, and towards her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and towards some of them don't even they come out in pieces. They come out getting sucked up through a vacuum. And towards her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for one of all things secretly in the siege and in straitness wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gate. And that happened before, where our people were driven to cannibalism. And that's going to happen now. All right, your little Pookies and Ray Rays, Keisha, especially Big Shirley, she gonna eat them. They've never been in a state where they didn't have any food. The black woman, she's gonna wish, this demon right here, she gonna wish that. Look at her, just talking with her. She's a demon. You could just see the demons on her. She gonna wish that she had the ability, to cook food. And you got certain women that do have certain so-called black women, they got a cool spirit. It's kind of surprising. You be like, you kind of looking at her side, what's wrong with her, man? What she want? And she might be Gad or Reuben. You never know. She might be Gad or Reuben. Okay. Give me a second. But I forgot what I was about to say. But I'm gonna go ahead. Did I have anything else? I think I was finished in this scripture. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's gonna come back in these times where they're gonna be eating their children. They already just give them to daycare, give them to the public school system, throw them out in the street, with no guy. And you can see if the woman, she was so strong and such a knowledgeable and understanding creature, and feminism was the top quality that the world was missing, then you would see a very productive so-called black community, right? Because the father left. That was the problem. The father was the problem, right? He was the problem. So he's out of the house. So that means that household should be prosperous, when that's actually the complete opposite. That shit is degenerate. It's a degenerate household. It's only through the Spirit of the Lord, brothers that grew up with single mothers have a head on their shoulders. I'm not saying that it can't happen. It was the Spirit of the Lord. Okay, because you're and then you got certain brothers, fathers that was out of their mind and on drugs, or it is what it is. We all have our story. Ultimately, we're all under these curses. We all have traumatic stories. We each individual, we can all give you a fucking pity party. Okay, we can all dwell in the things, our childhood traumas, if you will, our mishaps, if you will, our lack of resources, if we, or our perplexity. All right, but we don't focus on that. We've been brought into this truth. All right, to overcome all that bullshit, man. All right, and to reprove and rebuke, all right, this wicked generation. Okay, these wicked women. You're gonna see more judgment upon these women, these wicked women. Okay, which should put the fear in you other women. So I'm gonna close it there until next time. Shalom to the elect.